Skyrim. Get up.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 3 of Mern's Cave, the series where I show you the latest, greatest mods in the community. And boy oh boy, have I got something to show you all today. So let's jump straight into it. I'll be honest, NPCs don't really behave like they should when they sleep. You can wake somebody up in the middle of the night and they won't acknowledge it. But thankfully, ja-Serpa has come out with a new mod. Alright, we need to address this, okay? ja-Serpa is not a human. Have you seen how many mods they've been putting out recently? Yeah, it's like they don't leave their house. And I know this to be the case because when I asked them, they did confirm this. But hey, I'm not complaining and you're getting good mods. Here's Sleeping Extended, animations and NPC reactions. NPCs now have reactions to you waking their ass up.
Are you kidding me? You want to talk. Now, this is the reason you wake me?
Can't a woman get a moment to herself? Leave me! Was that really necessary? Why, you...
It's a feature nobody asked for, but everyone needed. It gives a game that extra layer of depth to fully immerse you. Furthermore, NPCs actually breathe now when they're sleeping, and they'll also exit bed slightly faster compared to vanilla. And depending on the circumstances, they'll get out of bed quicker. So when a sleeping enemy wakes up to fight you, they won't take hours to do so. Christmas is around the corner, but sadly, due to recent circumstances, you might not be allowed to go out and enjoy it all, but fret not. Instead of celebrating the Christmas spirit in real life, let's be like ja-Serpa and stay indoors all day, celebrating it virtually. Oh man, what has 2021 come to? Here's Yule Tide, created by the wonderful Cloudbird herself. This pack comes with all the essentials for filling that empty void in your heart, featuring cozy pajamas with multiple variations, strictly wholesome dresses, poses with Doggo, the most Christmassy Christmas house with the jolliest of interiors. Just look at these rooms and this wonderful banquet hall. You can even pose with Santa himself. Cloud really outdid herself with this pack and it shows. We've seen her work every day on this last month, and she's put well over 100 hours into this. Yule Tide is true dedicated modding made manifest. I don't want to spoil everything in the pack, so I will leave some stuff out for you guys to explore yourselves. And I definitely see the screenshot community embracing Yule Tide, but I'm sure regular users can appreciate it too. Have you ever wanted your character to speak in game? Well, it's now possible. And I'm not talking about your character occasionally saying pre-built voice lines. I'm talking about your character actually saying the dialogue options you pick in-game, just like in Fallout 4 and The Witcher. And the best part is that you can choose a voice type that matches your character. I present to you Fuz Ro Bork. Fuz Ro Bork implements text-to-speech and speech synthesis to Skyrim, but here's where it really caught my interest. You know that Skyrim AI voice synthesizer tool released a while back? Yeah, the one I use in some of my videos.
You little bitch. I've seen mudcrabs with more confidence than you.
By the gods, how are you doing that? Yes, I've been a bad boy. Punish me, mold me.
Shut up!
That's right, Fuz Ro Bork also works with XVA Synth. Now, for those who don't already know, XVA Synth is a pretty insane application. You're able to essentially synthesize voice types from Skyrim, but also from other games like Fallout 4, Cyberpunk 2077, The Witcher, and more. You can link Fuz Ro Bork to XVA. It does require some setting up to do, but it's honestly worth it, and something everybody should try out at least once.
How long have you been a stable master? What do you know about solitude? Do you always insult people when you meet them? Interesting. I would like to invest in your business.
You can also use Fuz Ro Bork in-game to read books out loud for you.
The Lusty Argonian made Volume 2 by Crassius Curio.
And it's definitely a feature I can appreciate. So next time you're snacking on something, why not sit back and listen to your character read a book? Super immersive, I know. Also, I'm sure you've played a mod or two that adds NPCs that say things that are unvoiced. Luckily, this mod can fix that, and it'll be able to synthesize speech for these NPCs too. There's a lot of options you can play around with its MCM. You're able to change the various voice types, as well as how fast they speak and the pitch in which they speak. It may not be for everyone. The voice synthesizer isn't going to be on par with real recorded dialogue, and there were definitely some weird things my character would end up saying.
Pet. Observe.
But it's still very impressive. Props to Aiden Thorne for making this mod. Great work. Have you guys ever wondered why every lock in Skyrim has the exact same look when you actually get to picking? It's unimmersive. I mean, over time, I did kind of put it out of my mind, but a part of me knew something was missing. But then I saw Security Overhaul SKSE, Lock Variations. The title is pretty self-explanatory. You get lock variations that are appropriate depending on what you're picking. Everybody should have this mod. Literally, there is no reason why you shouldn't get it. Currently, there are 5 variations at the time of recording this video, but I know that the authors are hard at work creating more. And if you're curious, here's footage of the newer ones they're working on. Super cool stuff. It's not every day we get to see custom unique weapons, especially ones that change appearance as you upgrade them. Here's Yol'Kreth from Vindition. It's a badass scythe you can craft at any forge, but later on, you can upgrade them using Burning Hearts. Burning Hearts is a new item added to the game by the mod. They're pretty rare though, and have a 25% drop chance from Elder Dragons. But once you upgrade the scythe, its appearance and stats will change. Just look at these goddamn beautiful emissive effects. It's one of the most unique weapons I've seen so far. And I used to play World of Warcraft, so this stuff definitely reminds me of those cool-ass artifacts from Legion. Anyways, Vindition is really talented, so check out their profile if you're interested in seeing other stunning weapons like Yol'Kreth. I'd also like to mention Vindition takes 3D asset commissions, so if you want something like a custom weapon made, hit them up. Have you ever wanted to roleplay as a whore? Well, if your answer was no, what are you? A whore? Look, I ain't gonna judge. Skyrim is a rough place. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get that bread, lest you wanna be dead. Here's OProstitution, a new add-on for OStim made by Sairion himself. Now you can roleplay as a prostitute. Bro, this lockdown is getting to me. But it ain't all sunshine and rainbows. If you wanna be the best whore in town, there's a few things you've gotta nail down. Okay, I promise I'll stop. So here's a little guide from Umbrail. Enjoy.
Hello, miserable slaves. Today, I will be showing you all how to be the best little whores you can be. Step 1. Obtain a prostitution lantern. In order to begin, you will need a prostitution lantern. You can craft these at forges. If you drop this lantern down, it will emit a red light to let others know you're a prostitute. As long as you are 30 meters in the vicinity of the lantern, clients will be able to approach you. Step 2. Obtain a prostitution license. Public prostitution is illegal in Skyrim without a license, so you want to get a license. To do this, interact with the lantern to purchase one. However, just know if you're going to work in a store or inn, you do not need a license. Instead, the store owner will take a cut of your profits. Step 3. How to attract clients. Use your common sense and do your job when it's dark. You're not going to find many clients during the day. Also, take note that others will remember where you set up. So if you're smart, be consistent with where you set up. This will help others find you, giving you more clients. Step 4. Fulfilling offers and reputation. When you get approached by a client, they will offer you requests. It is up to you whether you want to take their offer up or not.
God be praised. Harder.
Shut up, you filthy noir.
Ooh.
Pathetic worm. Want more?
Yes, this is amazing.
But if you do, try to complete the requests. Failure to do so may result in them not paying you. Additionally, you will gain a bad reputation for doing this. Initially, you will start off at reputation level 1, but you can increase this up to level 5. So earn a reputation by working and fulfilling requests. At higher reputation levels, you will attract more customers and make more gold. And that's about it. So follow these steps and don't be a swit.
Well, that was something now, wasn't it? By the way, some of you might be wondering where Sairion is. He's currently taking a break from working on OStim, but he will be back later. Sairion is pretty much like Atlas. He's carrying a huge load. Okay. This is coming out wrong. He's carrying the load of constantly working on one of the largest adult frameworks right now. There was also some drama in the OSA OStim community recently that I won't get into, but yeah, that also doesn't make things any better. But there comes a point, right, where you're working on adult mods for months straight. You just gotta take a step back and just do other things like touching grass or some shit. But don't worry lads, Sai will be back at some point. Any Borderlands fans out there? Cause I came across a group of mods recently that retexture Skyrim to have the Borderlands aesthetic, and it kind of works. It's a little strange, but it was definitely fun to see this type of aesthetic in Skyrim. You can go the extra mile and get cell shading for E&B or reshade to really make things look Borderlands. It's kind of like taking a sip sip of Fanta, but then realizing it's not Fanta, it's Coke, if that makes any sense at all. And I also noticed the author, Kanjis, has a YouTube channel where they post dev diaries and stuff they're working on. So definitely check their channel out if you're interested. According to Elder Scrolls lore, there are at least over a dozen type of Khajiit. The state of the moons, Maser and Secunda, when a Khajiit is born, determines the form they take in life. But in vanilla Skyrim, literally every Khajiit takes the ja-Kha'jay form. However, there are efforts to overhaul the Khajiit in Skyrim to give them other forms. Here's Project ja-Kha'jay. Project ja-Kha'jay. Khajiit Diversity Overhaul. Currently, it only really overhauls the forms and looks of the Khajiit from the Khajiit caravans, as well as other NPCs like J'zargo, Keshtikleen, Maik, and a few more. This mod gives another layer to the game that honestly should have been there. It doesn't add all the Khajiit from the lore, so you won't see any Senche Raz or Alfiks, as these are pretty difficult to implement since they're not exactly humanoids. But hey, now at least you'll get to see 6 other forms. And I heard the Khajiit caravans also dropped a fire track recently. Let's check in with them, shall we?
Khajiit caravans, unique skooma fan, antique goats dam, chic drip man. From Market to Waiter and I travel peddling loads. We did middle to the middle, we own this trade road. War is good for business opportunities, the wait. Should you come across us, we've got the best rates. We donate jewelry and dressing all those who see. We are on a great spree to get that gold in order to beat the weirdiest, healthiest, stealthiest cats around. You better bow down. We are coming inbound. I'm a rat, had a rat, formed to take the world by storm. Almost rat, beg a rat, forms that really bending on. You better believe it when I say we are the best. My name is Lizard, so I can attest. Khajiit caravans, unique skooma fan, antique goats dam, chic drip man. Khajiit caravans, unique skooma fan, antique goats dam, chic drip man.
That's the end of the episode. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to do all that YouTube stuff like subscribe, ring the bell, comment. Doing any of this really helps the video out with the algorithm, and consider supporting the channel on Patreon. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Take care.
Subscribe for maximum gains.